They say winning ain't everything. Well, we don't have them type conversations over here, man. Had that conversation with the losers. We trying to win at everything we do. Even in the loss, we don't see defeat. We see a lesson learned. Straight up. Look, I came into this world in 1978. The doc looked me in my face and knew I was something great. 45, 42 Prescott, that's where I'm from. Grew up in the slums around dope dealers and bums. As humble as I was, I adapted to my habitat. In my own lane though, far from where they crashing at. Dumb bar graduate, the game I done mastered it. Served in the Navy, look, y'all don't know the half of it. Pops passed in '01, moms passed last year. I know they up in heaven smiling down, crying mad tears, cause they son making it. No telling where I'm taking it. My city been cursed, but I feel that I'm breaking it. Coached at Wayne High in 15 in one state. Seen the fork in the road and went straight. I know what I'm worth, I'm OG King CURT. Brooklyn Nets gaming crew legend, let's work.
Hey, this is OG King CURT, your host of the OG2CENTS podcast. I want to thank each and every one of you who tune in every Sunday. We truly appreciate it. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you hit that subscribe button, like, comment, and share. Give us a 5-star rating on Apple Podcasts, helps us out a lot. Links are in the description for all available streaming platforms. Let's continue to stand up against any form of social justice and racism. And this episode is brought to you by Zenni Blocks. Make sure to armor your eyes with Zenni Blocks Virtual Clear Blue Blockers. It's important to protect your eyes from the harmful blue light from your digital screen, so you'll have less eye strain, and that makes for better sleep and performance. Check them out at zenni.com/gaming or follow them at Zenni Gaming on Twitter and Instagram. This episode is episode 43, the Supporter Spotlight Series. This young man had reached out to me a while ago when I first started the podcast and wanted to be on. Obviously, I had a list of people and prospects that I wanted to appear on the show, but I also wanted to create something for any and everyone that listens and support the show to have an opportunity to come on. So this it sparked the idea in me to start the Supporter Spotlight series, and basically it will be people from all walks of life that have an interesting story that they want to share, and I'm more than happy to have this young man on the show. His name is LeQuan Chef Affishall Mack. He's a Chicago native. He has taken a unique path to get to where he is today. He's no stranger to hard work and discipline. Growing up in sports and has always been a passion of his, having played organized football for 12 years, and that included college as well. He is personable, driven, and has found some success in management work with a solid track record of great performance in retail, entrepreneurship, and restaurant businesses. Chef has contributed out in the NBA 2K community as being a GM of a team in the MCPA, Atlanta Pride, in their inaugural and second season of the MCPA League. He's also contributed to organizational mock drafts such as the Hornets Venom and Champs 2K mock draft as well. And he's contributed to player overall ranking system lists. Today he strives towards his goal of being a part of a 2K League organization and helping male and female players make their dreams come true. He will continue to bring the world his gifts of culinary knowledge as well. Without further ado, LeQuan Chef Affishall Mack, how you doing?
Oh, I'm all right. It's a beautiful day. Great opportunities.
Without a doubt, man. Just jumping right into it. I just want you to tell your story and how you got to where you are today.
I guess I'll go where the beginning really started. In high school, I graduated from a vocational school. So I came out of high school already ready to cook, going into college. I didn't even know I was going to college. That's the crazy part. But I graduated high school and while I was playing football, and I walked on at the Bethune-Cookman University, where I did my 4 years of football. Did football there for about 2 years, sophomore year. Still was in the culinary program while I was there. And after the sophomore year, I just like put down the pads and I picked up a knife and I got to rolling from there. Some of my first gigs in college, my first gig in college was Chipotle. That bettered my knife skills. Then I went on to Chart House, which is more upscale, of course. And then I just made my way from there into the scene of culinary knowledge. Once I graduated from college, Sodexo, which is a contracting service company, moved me to Atlanta, and that's where I started my managerial career as far as food and culinary aspect of K through 12, the division that they have. I did that for a while. Then Sodexo relocated to another account, and that left me here in Atlanta without work. So just here, getting into the night scene of the culinary life here in Atlanta. I did that for a minute until I got a phone call that I was recommended to go with Sodexo's competitor, which is Aramark. It's the leading competitor of Sodexo. So I went back to K-12 for a second stint, and I did that. And then after the second stint, Aramark, they went along, and I went back into the night scene. After that, I actually started my own venture as an executive chef here in Atlanta, and I did that for 10 months. And then I went back into the nightlife after that. Of cooking, and it's been pretty well. Fine dining. I'm at Rocksteady right now as a chef de tornade, and it's been pretty good to me.
Okay, I mean, what are some of your favorite dishes that you like to cook up?
Oh man, what's crazy is like I'm a crazy fan of Taco Tuesday. Like you can like the whole house already know what time it is when it's Taco Tuesday. So I'm pretty like fond of Mediterranean and Hispanic. I keep true to my roots. I'm Black, so there's some soul food that got to go down. Whether it's a spin on it or whichever. And I'm from the Midwest, so fried fish and spaghetti, you can never go wrong. Tell you that now.
Now you say Taco Tuesdays. What special twist do you put on your taco?
Oh man, Taco Tuesday! I'm coming out with the salmon joints. Like anybody who know they coming to Taco Tuesday with Chef Fisher, you're gonna have some type of salmon taco rolling. And I come with the remoulade instead of the salsa. You're gonna get a nice remoulade on top of there. It's a beautiful sight to see it. Honestly, see it all come together.
Okay, I mean, you talk about cooking in the nightlife in Atlanta. Have you prepared any dishes for any celebrities or anything like that?
Oh yeah, like before I even got deep into where I am now, we just had Killer Mike in the house last night, man, for brunch. So not last night, yesterday afternoon, him and his wife, they wanted to come back and throw a party there at the restaurant. So that's crazy. We cook for the likes of Ludacris, Akon. Got invited to Will Packer's house to cook for Stacey Abrams when she was running for a government seat here in Atlanta about 2 years ago. She lost, but that was pretty fun. So many celebrities there: Kelly Rowland, Kevin Hart, Ludacris, Tiffany Haddish. They were all in the building, so it was pretty good to be able to do that stuff like in someone's house, be invited to someone's house, a prestige, and cook for them.
Right. Now you mentioned, I think somewhere an author.
Oh yeah. So I got the cookbook. Still working on the cookbook. You'd think that a cookbook would be basic, but so many aspects that go into it in the cookbook that I want to put out, is part of my story, part of my journey, how, cooking actually helped save my life because in that time, I had lost everything. I had got evicted from my apartment. I just had broke up with my girlfriend for 2.5 years. So, I put a lot of time into that. And I was heartbroken. I was battling depression, didn't even know I was battling depression. And there was just so much going on at one time. But that was the same time that I was being the executive chef. So honestly, like recipes help save my life and, take things off my life in regards to overthinking or in the pressures of life that was going on in that time. So that's what the cookbook is compiled of. And during this time, I'm coming up with these recipes like, how are you doing this? Like, you feeling this way? All this just happened to you. What are you're in the back like a machine, just like making food and making recipes, but you depressed. Like, you just got your heart broken. You homeless. Like, where are you laying your head every day? So it's definitely a journey, but the recipes in there, I'm telling you, are A1. When I say one, I mean A1.
So when can everybody expect you possibly to have the cookbook finished?
So I'm gunning for my birthday's August 19th. So I'm gunning for it to either be the week of my birthday or the day of my birthday of next year. So that gives me still some time to, not too much time, but 8 months to cut here, and snip there and make sure that it's just, till its top potential that it could be.
Okay, cool. I mean, and hearing your story is, I mean, it's just a true testament to your perseverance. I mean, and often in life when we're going through a lot of things, it's always something that we can tend to focus on to kind of block out the negativity and everything that's going on, and still allow us to be successful. And I'm glad that you found that and was able to overcome your situations. So just a big kudos to you, and just being persevering through the situations.
Oh yeah.
2K obviously is something that brought us together
Yes, sir.
to talk. I mean, when did you start playing 2K?
Crazy is we had 2K that had the first time I saw 2K, it had Allen Iverson on the cover. I was like, Allen Iverson, like, you used to seeing like NBA Live covers and how nice. So when I first saw 2K, I was like, oh, what's this? And all the point guards could dunk. Allen Iverson, Jason Kidd, Steve Nash. You're like, what? These people, you ain't seen people dunk. But if you're in the NBA, if you dig down deep enough, I'm pretty sure you can get at least a slam. So I mean, to an extent, they probably was right. But 2K, I say, well, Allen Iverson was on the cover. What 2K2 was that? So that was definitely that one. Dropped it, kept going alive, came back after they put Shaq on 2K6. And from then on, that's when I was just like, all right, 2K it is. So I give it from 2K6, definitely running on. I've been an avid 2K man. Like 2K is the game. Like we waiting for 2K. We ain't getting NBA Live. We ain't doing NBA to Life. You remember NBA to Life?
Yeah, vaguely. Yeah, I remember. I don't think I didn't ever play it. I didn't ever play it, but I heard about it. I wasn't into too many other gimmicky games or whatever. Once I was like you. Once I started playing live, and then 2K came on the scene, I pretty much was caught in between those two until 2K took off.
Yeah. So it's definitely. I thought NBA Life was gonna be NBA Life went to like 09, and that was the last one that they made. I really thought that was gonna give 2K its run for his money, but then 2K was just like 2K7, 2K8, 2K. Once 2K9 had came, that was it. Like that had definitely left their mark of separation from there. So that's when 2K became 2K.
So what are your thoughts on the 2K League and the community?
What's crazy was when the 2K League was announced, I didn't have any news about it. I was still just playing, watching the Road 250. That's what it was. That's what you wanted to be a part of, competing in that. And when it was announced, I didn't even get the announcement. It was like 2 months later, my brother told me, 2K League got 2K coming. I'm like, what? I was like, that's crazy. Person like me belong in something like that. We love 2K. Like, that's all we do. So that's how it came about. And one of the first people that I ever followed, crazy enough, was if you follow Famous will guide you to the rest of it. All you got to do is click on the follow the Famous, and he will guide you literally into the community. Once you follow him, everybody else in the 2K community just starts slapping up. But now it's like that with you too. Like if you follow you, it'll trickle down. Now you can follow, it'll open up everybody else to be followed. So it was crazy because I just like one day I just like unfollowed everybody. And then I followed you, and then everybody else came. That was so it was crazy, but it was a fun experiment. I was like, this is crazy. So I followed Famous. I think I followed Famous, and then everybody else started coming. But this was before the 2K League was even like, this was still when Famous was doing ESPN. Still everybody was still going 250. I think the community for the most part, it's a niche community. It's delicate because people know about the game 2K. But I was just explaining to my grandma the other day. My grandma didn't even know 2K League had these many values. I said, yeah, grandma, you can't get paid to play that game no more. And then it was, but she was enlightened. She was intrigued. She was like, shut up. I'm like, yeah. But that's how much that has grown. But for me, the 2K community, it's what you'd expect the community mix of young people and older people and people in the middle. Like young people, you're going to get the rambunctious activity. They haven't been exposed to that much. They're going to talk. You're going to get the egos. You're going to get all that. Then you got the people that's in the middle, like me. You've seen some things, but you ain't seen it all. Your ego's probably there, but it's been toned down from when you were way younger. And then it's the OGs like you, like, you already seen that phase. I already seen that go through. So, when you have that, you maneuver it well with the OG. I love the OG2CENTS and the dimes that you drop. Because I'm like, it'll come a time in life that you're going to reach that what he talking about. So the community is what you expect if you got a bunch of teenagers, a bunch of 20-some-year-olds, and a bunch of, and some other standouts, 30. It's like the Army. All the young ones got the energy. The vets know what they're doing, and the ones in the middle, they got the energy and they know what they're doing. So that's what you kind of like expect. And for the most part, a lot of people would probably call it troublesome, but you gotta weed through that. You weed through the grass, you get to where you're going.
Yeah, I agree. I always say it's a splash of the real world. I don't know why people like to treat it any different. You have positive people in the world, you have negative people in the world. Positive and negative situations, a little bit of everything. And then for me, even with the OG2CENTS, I have to I have to keep myself in check, and it's people who keep me in check. It's not that every time that I drop, I had to learn some things along the way too. So, and still learning. So that's it's key to those type of messages are key for not only the people that follow me and support me, but for myself to stay in check and stay on track and not get distracted or anything like that. You spoke about your interest in working for 2K League organization. A lot of people think that they are qualified to work in the NBA 2K League, and I'm not the judge or the jury or anything, but what qualifies you to work with the NBA 2K League organization?
That's a great question because it makes me step back and it makes me look at me. That I've already some things that I've already started to do, like for myself, step back and look back. Hey, what makes you qualified? And I'd say, my willingness and wanting to contribute to the organization in the best of my capacity. Just also being out in the community and having an interacting and having a name that's not, tainted in ways that I believe, I try to definitely keep a nice face out in the community. And plus also being in those corporate environments and managerial environments that, every day I know it's something new. Like you ain't gonna come in and it's just all 2K. You have to be ready for everything that's coming at you. So and to be able to prepare those around you that's coming for that. And just my love and attention just coming into it. Honestly, I may not have been putting out this season, a lot of stuff in regards to my contribution like I usually do on the side. But I'm always watching and I'm always eager to learn, with the new people. And that's another big thing, just wanting to learn. Like, I don't know it all. Like, I'm really here to just learn. And I love to be in a space to be able to do that, to grow so that an organization can win a championship. Organization can compete and contend, even if they don't win a championship, to build to win a championship, because you have to build to it first. So that's really my whole ordeal, and just being passionate. Like, what's going to wake me up every day outside of, monies, because it's something that I really sat down and thought about. I'll be locked into 2K, even if money wasn't a thing, to where you had survival off of it. 2K would be something that I can do every day, if that makes sense.
No, I mean, I'm somebody who understands that wholeheartedly. I mean, as something that I never really imagined even being a part of. So I definitely can relate to that. I'm always the type to tell people that if you believe wholeheartedly in something, then you go after it. I mean, and put your best foot forward all the time. And anytime you have an opportunity, you just be ready for the moment. So I think, and then also one of the reasons why your story was intriguing to me. I mean, we have some people who cook in the community and in the league. Lane Whitaker does a lot of cooking with Grizz Gaming. Wes, with both West, one for the Hawks Talent GC, and then the other one's for Hornets Venom, Big West with Hornets Venom GT. I mean, so just taking your skill set and being able to apply it and create content out of it and be organic in your approach, I think is that's always an initial conversation starter or could lead to something, is when you maximize what you're already good at and find a way to implement that in wherever it is that you're trying to do going forward. So I think just consider that and show more people your talent and what you do away from the game.
Yeah, definitely. I like it.
Yeah, just keep striving towards that. At this point of the show, it's OG wants to know. Rapid fire questions, answer open and honestly as possible. No pressure. Biggest influence.
I have to go with Bobby Axelrod.
What motivates you?
Family.
Favorite video game of all time?
It's something with Mario. You can't go wrong with Mario.
Favorite sports team?
Depends on what sport. Pittsburgh Steelers, football. Dallas Mavericks, basketball. Baseball, Chicago Cubs.
Okay. Favorite chef?
Favorite chef, I'm going Bobby Flay.
Okay. Favorite actor or actress?
I'm going to have to go Denzel
Okay.
Washington.
Celebrity crush?
Beautiful girl. If it was to be one, it would definitely be if we narrowing it down, I'm gonna go India Westbrook. Why not?
Okay. Favorite movie of all time?
Favorite movie of all time, Irishman.
All right. Favorite cooking show.
Beat Bobby Flay.
Where do you want to be in the next 5 to 10 years?
Next 5 to 10 years, I definitely should. I would love to have already helped the organization have a championship. An NBA 2K League. I mean, sports is life. I'm telling you that now. Restaurant tour, have already started that and kept that building, and potentially already have the food truck open. Have some systems in place that I don't even have to be there. It just runs itself with the people that I have in place.
What advice would you give to someone who's looking to get into culinary arts?
You have to start somewhere. Just do it. Just start. I'm telling you, if you're passionate about it, just start. You ain't even got to go to culinary school. I walked into a Culver's and was like, I just want to put this to test. And they trusted me, and I never even knew that I was good on the griddle. So I went to Culver's. Just start it. And, if it's something that comes, naturally, and you feel good about it, and you're crazy enough, because you got to be crazy, then you definitely do it.
Why you say you got to be crazy?
Man, you got to be crazy. You wake up as a chef, and you wake up and you about to get your butt whooped for the day. Like, you got 15, 17 hours a day, and you're making sense of you walk into chaos. Like, you wake up to it, and everything about a chef is being able to organize chaos because it's never not chaos. So once you got to be crazy to wake up every day and want to be in some chaos, because it's really that, from the vendors to the team staff, to the management staff, to the employees. It's just, from budgeting, and you're going to be tired. And then you got to cook this much food. You got to prep this much food. You got to be crazy to wake up every day and doing something like that. But you got to be crazy. You got to like it.
Yeah, and also, I think out of everything you mentioned, the main part is being able to satisfy other people's taste buds.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Just how can people follow you on what you do?
So I'm Chef Affishall. That's CHEFAFFISHALL. You can follow me on Instagram there. You can all catch my hashtags on LinkedIn. You catch my hashtags on Twitter, and you can follow me on Twitter at Chef Affishall. It's not gonna change. Chef Affishall is here in the game.
Well, thanks for coming on, and everybody who tuned into this episode, make sure that you follow the OG2CENTS podcast on all major streaming platforms. That's Anchor, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio. And subscribe to the YouTube channel. Follow me on social media at OG2CENTS. That's Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also go to www.OG2CENTS.com for everything OG2CENTS and the OG2CENTS podcast. Shout out to my team, Cy Evermore, Strider Visuals, and Box Graphics for making the OG2CENTS podcast what it is today. Catch me on EsportsXTRA every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, typically from 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. That's what host Larry Ridley, the crew, Antonio Williams, Kelly Wells Brinkley, Derwin Royale, and Kevin Mamuzette, where we talk traditional sports and esports. That's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. on twitch.tv/compete forever and on Facebook and YouTube. Make sure that you tune into next week's episode. And remember, if it makes sense, it's an OG2CENTS. OG out.
Put this work in, fellas. And much, much, much love to the entire 2K community for always showing me love. Without y'all, we wouldn't be here. Yeah.